everyone, and welcome to This Week at Shrouded, episode 64. I'm your host, AGreener, with our co-host, Mr. Wrecked. Thanks for being here. Appreciate it. We got a great show for you today. We are going to start off with talking about Sony's blunder and releasing the final shape early. No spoilers, though. Then we're going to talk about This Week in Destiny, as well as the launch trailer for the final shape, among a couple other smaller things. So, first off, we're going to say, hello, Mr. Wrecked. How you doing?
Woo! High energy. Smile.
Yeah!
Never gonna get old.
Yeah, it's gonna get old. That's okay. We'll just ignore it. Okay, we are gonna start off the beginning of the podcast with our weekly giveaways, plus our monthly giveaway, plus another giveaway specifically for this episode. So thanks everybody for tuning in. Really appreciate it. Good luck to all the winners. Last week's silver winners, 2,300 silver winners are going to be Desi 1476 and tribaldraugr. Congratulations to the two winners. This month's 6,000 silver winner is thesaintedn. Congratulations, Saint. You're amazing. And we've also given away a copy of the Callisto Protocol to yuhboysasuke. Congratulations to yuhboysasuke. Each one of you can reach out to me, AGreener, in Discord to earn your prize. I know specifically that all these people are in our Discord. However, if you ever win and you're not in our Discord, you should definitely check out shroudedgaming.com/Discord. It'll bring you right to our amazing Destiny community. You should come check it out, earn some prizes, win some stuff, play some Destiny, have a good time. Next, with this being the last episode of This Week at Shrouded, before the final shape, hope I got you there, we're going to give away the copy of the final shape. So, how do you enter? How do you win? Easy. Subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed, and like this video. If you're watching live right now on Twitch, obviously, you have to wait for the recording of this video to come out on YouTube so you can like it. But that's what we are talking about. So make sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel and hit the like button on the video for your chance to win a copy of the final shape for any platform. Doesn't matter what it is. We're ready for you. So bring it on. So good luck to everybody. If you don't have a copy of the final shape, we'll be drawing the winner on Monday, June 3rd, during the maintenance window, which is coming up, and you'll get your copy as long as you reach out to us quick enough before launch on Tuesday, since we all have to download 400 million gigabytes of data to to install the final shape. I'm exaggerating a little bit, but it was pretty cool. Anyway, let's continue on and talk about some Destiny, shall we? Alright, first thing we can talk about is Sony's fuck-up. Without getting into any spoilers, TLDR, if you didn't know what happened, basically Sony they pushed the update for the final shape live to PSN servers, along with the DLC Shadow of the Erdtree for the Elden Ring. But most of the people in our world were not talking about Elden Ring. They were talking about the final shape. So I guess essentially from what I've read, I've tried to avoid it mostly so it doesn't keep popping up on my timeline. I've been lucky not to see any spoilers yet. Please don't put them in the comments below. Because then I'll cry myself to sleep. Maybe I just won't read the comments until Tuesday. Anyway, so basically the people were playing the campaign. There was a bunch of weapons with a bunch of lore available. So people were going through all that. I think a bunch of stuff about the raid that got data mined maybe. Or it was just in the seal stuff. I'm not entirely sure. And then Sony pulled it down. But people were talking about it for a while. Yeah, it's a pretty big fuck up. Or lots of tinfoil hats on the internet. No media is bad media. Or marketing. No marketing is bad marketing. Whatever. I don't know what the fuck to call it. Tinfoil hatters are saying they did it on purpose just to generate conversation. Then other people are like, no, that was a mistake.
So in terms of what actually was released, what we've heard from Bungie themselves, although this has been refuted by certain leak servers, in order to make this thing work, they had to use Remote Connect to do it. They had to do some kind of cloud update to do it. And then in order to actually get at the content, they had to create a entirely new account, play with completely new Guardians, and get to Guardian Rank 2 to even get into the campaign. And by the time the majority of people were able to do that, they had the servers down. So Bungie says some players got into the first story mission, but that's it. And then, of course, collections were completely open. The leak server kind of refutes this, even though I haven't seen anything floating around that shows evidence that anybody got any further. And in terms of spoiling the raid, the only things that about the raid that were released were a couple of the mods. So, but you know, given what raid mods do, there are some hints to mechanics in those descriptions, of course. So,
That's fair.
But so that's about it. Still though, colossal fuck up by Sony for this stuff to get released early like that.
How do people figure that shit out, though? How do they know to do all that stuff to get access to it?
I don't know, man. It seems very complicated to figure it out. So maybe there is something to the tinfoil hat nonsense. I don't know.
Oh, yeah. You know what? That does seem very complicated. Almost like somebody made it super complicated and then posted instructions on a forum on how to do it. And then only gave people like 2 hours to do it, figure it out, and play before turning it off.
Yeah. Oh, maybe. Could be.
Who knows? But anyway, I actually didn't hear anything about the Elden Ring stuff, though. Did people get in and play that too, or
Same exact method. So if they processed to the update it was a system update that was processed, and if they processed the update in that method, the Elden Ring DLC was also part of that distribution if you had it installed. So I didn't follow up to see what the From Software boys did about that, but presumably they shut it down as well. Presumably.
Yeah, I assume as well. Oh man, I choked on my water.
Yeah, you still are.
Yeah, it's there though. Whew. All right. Well, that's essentially all that amounted to. Twitter was on fire there for a little while, but based on what you told me, people made it sound way worse than what actually happened.
Yeah, I mean, the people that were saying the raid is ruined. That's.
I only read one of those, and it seemed like they were being sarcastic.
Some of the old tweeters were not totally being sarcastic about it. They were serious, but I mean, you know how Bungie or how Destiny Destiny community can be.
Just gamers in general, they're fucking weird, man.
I don't want to get too far afield, but that actually does remind me of something else. So one of your Souls members, after they completed their Pantheon, their week 4,
Yeah.
got a random DM on Facebook asking for a recovery of Pantheon week 4. And so that led me on a quest to go find the Destiny 2 Facebook group out in Boomerville. And let me tell you, it did not disappoint. That place is more toxic than the Destiny forums. Only it's old. It's old toxic, and I love it. I love just reading it and just get some popcorn, sit down and watch the boomers being super fucking egotistical to one another about things like Guardian rank. It's so good. It's so good. Somebody mentioned that they used the cheese to do 0 hour in like it took them 82 minutes to do Legend 0 hour solo, but so that they used the infinite time glitch, and the people going back and forth talking about whether or not that's okay and roasting each other is just it's like when real world discussions of politics happen on Facebook, the exact same vibe, only about something that's completely fucking nonsense like Destiny.
That's crazy. Oh man, anyway. We should. Oh yeah. I don't know. Sometimes that stuff's fun. Other times I'm just like, oh my god, I can't handle the stupidity that's coming out of this. I guess it depends on the day. It depends on the day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just wasn't expecting it to be as toxic as it was, man. These are mostly adults. I know.
Oh, adults are idiots, man. Everyone's idiots. The human race is a bunch of idiots. We're all doomed. We're all doomed. Okay. Well, let's move on from that. And we can start discussing, essentially, the Final Shape release trailer. Or launch trailer is what they're called. Which was launched on... Joe, was it Tuesday? Yeah, I think so, right?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
I should have rewatched it before this, but essentially, from what I remember, it was a bunch of people shooting stuff. No.
Very, very good, Grant. Very good.
But it was, it was a bit of a story reveal launch trailer. It had everybody in it that we're expecting to be in it. Notice there was a lack thereof. A lot of certain people inside the Pale Heart. Other people from the tower. The main focus was on Zavala and Ikora and Cade and Crow. Mara was there at one point, but it didn't look like she was inside. I'm sure maybe, this stuff was all from early on the campaign, potentially. Just like, if you guys remember the Lightfall trailer, it literally everything was from the beginning, like almost the beginning 10 minutes of Lightfall. With little sprinkles of gameplay from different portions. So who the fuck knows how much is from the beginning, halfway through, the end. But there seemed to be like a lot of creepy stuff going on. More stories about like Season of the Haunted stuff with Zavala. Ikora being a badass with Nova Bomb again. And some really big hands coming out of the wall. Trying to crush Cade and Crow. That was all really good. It was all good stuff. I very much enjoyed it. Ironically, though, like... I'm really hyped for the Final Shape, but... this is going to sound stupid. But for launch trailer-wise, like, I thought it was a really good launch trailer. But I remember being way more hyped after Lightfall's launch trailer. Not going to lie.
Why? Why are you not as hyped here, you think?
I just think the launch trailer itself was better. That's all. That's all I mean. I'm way more hyped for the Final Shape than I ever was Lightfall. But immediately, I remember the feeling after the Lightfall launch trailer launched, like, I could not wait to get my hands on the game. And now it's more like, I'm excited to play, obviously. I'm excited to get in, but I'm not having like heart palpitations, like waiting for the Final Shape to launch, like I was Lightfall. So maybe that bodes well because Lightfall sucked.
I mean,
maybe Final Shape will be good.
I mean, hopefully it will be.
And was that Billie Eilish?
I have to stop myself from making comments that are spoiler related, that are leak related.
Yes, yes, you have to. Was the music in that trailer from Billie Eilish?
I don't know.
Does anyone know? Sounded like her.
I also enjoyed the trailer. You know, presumably from a lore perspective, all those hands coming out to reach people were all the various people that make up from the penitent that make up the witness.
Sure.
All the veiled figures when the witness is telling Zavala, "Join me, and I'll end your suffering, or I can get rid of your suffering." Presumably, those were all part of the penitent. But I don't know if you noticed this when those hands pull him away. That's Crow's hands and Cade's hands that reached in and pulled him back out. I thought that was pretty cool.
I literally posted a screenshot of that and did not notice. Now I have to look.
I think they played. I think the clips they're giving us are purposefully out of order to make you think that like one of them's gonna die, but I don't think that's necessarily the case. I'm pretty hype. I got to tell you that much. So I'm excited. Looking forward to it. Don't regret buying my pre-order at all. Now. Smile.
We all knew you were going to buy it.
I wasn't going to make Tony buy me one. He said he was going to buy me one if I hadn't bought myself one by the time, or won myself one by the time I got here. I wasn't going to let that happen.
Holy dramatic.
Yep.
Anyway, yeah, it was a really good launch trailer. I didn't see a lot of hate or anger for it, which is rare. So there probably is, though, if you look hard enough. Probably people being like, "Oh, it sucked. Boo. This is 10 years of storyline. All coming to an end. Surely it's got to be better than this." I'm excited. Yeah, and launch trailers are always like, you know, of course it's out of order and it's supposed to throw you for a loop and send you in a different idea of what's supposed to happen, and then you get in there and something completely different happens. I would be pretty shocked if, you know, the Light and Dark saga ends without somebody big dying. But who it's going to be, I have no idea. Maybe it'll be everyone. Maybe we'd lose.
That'd be cool.
It wouldn't be that cool for the episodes.
I mean, who's going to be playing the game after, anyway?
Me.
Oh, I mean, yeah. Woo!
I'm excited for the episodes. Hopefully they're way better than seasons were. They're longer, so that sucks. But could be better because there's more time spent on making them. We get 200 levels in our season pass, so that's cool. Probably with a bunch of shit rewards. So that's even better. Maybe they'll be good. Who knows? Alright, let's get off that. If you haven't seen the Final Shape launch trailer, go check it out on Bungie's YouTube. We didn't repost it or anything. Like a certain Twitter Destiny news account. I hate that stuff so much. I'm not going to call out anybody, but I called them out on Twitter themselves. Nobody said anything, but it's whatever. But, like, literally 30 seconds after the fucking Final Shape trailer drops, they download it using a YouTube downloader or whatever it is, and they repost it on their Twitter as a video, like their video, instead of just like retweeting the Destiny one. So they get all the views and everything count towards their analytics and the money they make every month. And so I don't know why that triggers me so much, but it's just like, why did you do that? Mind you, I posted a video once on our YouTube. Like a trailer, a Season of the Wish trailer, I think. But it was like 3 days later or some shit.
Yeah, you gave enough time for it to get its initial use. Yeah. Yeah. That makes sense. I mean, you know, so I was watching Bife released released the complete story of Destiny today.
Yeah.
It's actually, the premiere is still going on because it's a 9-hour video, right? And he just straight up asked on Twitter, "Listen, I know people are going to repost bits and pieces of this, but I ask that you just wait a few days before you do it." So, I mean, I wish people would give the content that kind of respect more often, but
Yeah, I get it. And if there was a copyright system on Twitter, I wouldn't really care because people could claim the copyright, and then all that stuff goes to your account. YouTube's a little different. Like if somebody stole Bife's stuff, like in theory, he could just claim it, and then he gets all the analytics from it, or it gets all the monetization from it. I don't believe Twitter has anything of the such. So,
You know, there's somebody in the Destiny 2 section right now just fucking live streaming watching that shit as a react content.
oh, probably, yeah. And then they'll split it up into 100 different videos. Put it on YouTube. All right. Anyway, let's move on to our Bungie emails. All right, so if you didn't know, check out your main Bungie account email. You got yourselves your Guardian's journey over 7 years in Destiny 2. It doesn't include D1 stuff, but and it's just got some fun stats in there. So I'm gonna go over mine. I assume Rek, you have yours open. We'll go back and forth. So my Guardian's journey for AGreener. I've been AGreener since October 24th, 2017, which was launch day on PC for Destiny 2. I assume yours is from September of 2017, but let's see. Or are you still opening it?
Yeah, I'm opening it.
Because you were probably playing on PlayStation.
I was.
And that launched at the beginning of September in 2017 for PlayStation and Xbox.
Mine is... Yeah. Mine
What's
is September 17th? Hold on. Getting it.
I thought it launched earlier in the month, but maybe it didn't.
September 6th
Yeah, that sounds right.
is my first day.
That sounds accurate. So, September 6th.
I was here on day one. I was one of the people just waiting for the servers to come on. You know?
I was here on PC day one, which is close enough. Oh my god, I just saw the thumbnail now. Jesus Christ.
It's good. Anyway.
Who said I was admiring anything? That's not an admiration look. Jesus. Alright, anyway, so, alright. So, Rex is a true first air. I'm a PC first air. My first class was Hunter. My most played class is Hunter. Yours, I assume, was your first class Titan?
My first class every season and every expansion is always Titan.
Okay.
And my most played class is Titan.
Cool. And then I had Gunslinger, Night Stalker, and Sunbreaker.
Striker, Sunbreaker, Sentinel.
So all Titans. Damn.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Okay, so my favorite PvP weapons are... these are... If you didn't know I was bad at PvP, wait for this. So we got Bygones, which was a good actual pulse rifle. I don't care what I'm going to say. The Recluse, and Swarm of the Raven. I must have used Swarm of the Raven to farm for Mountaintop. That's the only explanation I have. Anyway.
Mine is, I have a true dad loadout in my PvP favorites. Peace of Mind, which is a kinetic rapid fire pulse. Main ingredient, because I've had a max range main ingredient basically since it's ever existed, and so I VOOP everybody. And then Ascendancy is my most used power weapon. I don't use power very often, but of course it's a rocket.
That's fair. Okay, my PvE was... You're about to hear something... I'm surprised it wasn't the Recluse as well, but my PvE weapon of choice is also Bygones. I used that a lot in like the first couple of years. Actually, I think it came out in year 2, but ever since it came out, it was my go-to. Because it was a Gambit pulse rifle, wasn't it? Or am I just being crazy? I can't remember. Yeah.
No.
No? Okay. There's something else?
Well, I might be confusing. No, I think I'm thinking of... Never mind. You might be right. You might be right.
I could Google it, but I'm not going to. Anyway, it was. I remember enjoying it. Null Composure has been my favorite energy weapon, which as long as Telesto has not been like OP, which has been a long time now, Null Composure has always been my go-to. I think mainly because it was really good when it came out, and it's a good Void fusion that I still use with Void builds on my Hunter. So there's probably a better one, but I don't care. And Falling Guillotine, I must have used that for a long time when it was, because it was really strong for a long time.
Yeah. I've got Wither Horde as number 1.
That's fair.
And then the Recluse is still my number 2, even after all this time with it being gone. And then my power weapon is Storm Chaser. I used the hell out of it for a lot of stuff when it came out, the season it came out.
Shit, that's only been out for 2 years now, right?
Yeah. I mean, I've got other weapons, like I've got 12,000 kills on my Caretaker sword from the Season of the Defiant. So there are some power weapons that are a little bit out of band. So I don't know exactly what went into this. I don't even think if I put my PvE weapons into Charlemagne that Storm Chaser's even on my list. So they might have some different criteria for what they're using to determine. It might be like activities that you've actually completed or something.
Yeah, not actual kills, probably. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure. So my favorite emblems and shaders have been Infinite Reflections, the Golden Standard, and Inherent Truth. I want to find out what these... I know Infinite Reflections is from Fog. Infinite.
All right, well, while he's looking that up, my emblems are Flawless Empyrean, which is the red Trials of Osiris emblem. And then the Dazzling Iridescence, which is the going flawless but never falling behind in any match, which is, another Trials. And then Heroes of the Light, which is the emblem you get from buying the Destiny 2 comic book anthology.
Okay, so yeah, mine is Infinite Reflections, which is to complete any version of the Vault of Glass. And then the Golden Standard, which is just an iron banner with the gold emblem and the brown back. And what is Inherent Truth for? It's not even a good emblem. But I must have had it on for a long time for some reason. This one is also it's the Garden of Salvation raid. Really?
Gross. What's wrong with you?
I don't know why I had it on. But I wore the Prophecy, like, Flawless or Solo, I'm not sure which one you get it for, emblem for a long, long-ass time. So I'm really surprised that any... Like, I feel like that I probably put these on for some reason on, my Warlock or Titan and just never took them off. And it counted all that as time spent on. Because on my Hunter, like... I've never really had any of these on. Like, maybe Infinite Reflections and Inherent Truth for, like, a week before I would have swapped them out for something else. Because right now, I currently have the charity ones on, and I'll probably never... I won't take them off for a while. They're really nice, and I'm proud of the community, so... I like showing them off. Alright, anyway, so then they give you a collection of the campaigns you've completed. Most people, well, I shouldn't say most people that have played since the beginning would have them all, but I have them all. So we got Red War, Osiris, Warmind, Forsaken, Shadowkeep, Beyond Light, Witch Queen, and Lightfall.
Yep, I have them all.
Raid and Dungeon Completions. I believe these are all of them, but I'm just going to go in order from what I remember release, and maybe that's what the icons are. So we had Leviathan, and then Eater, and then Spire, and then Scourge, and then Crown
of Sorrows.
Yeah, Crown of Sorrows. Last Wish. GOS?
Yeah. I think.
And then DSC. Oh, no. If it's GOS, DSC would come and be on light. But that looks like the DSC emblem. But wouldn't a Vault of Glass come after GOS?
They're not in order.
Oh, they're not. Okay, so I'm looking at DSC and then Vault of Glass, and then VOTD, and then King's Fall, and then Ron and Crota's Inn.
Yep, you got it.
Based on these icons. And then the dungeons, I guess Shattered Throne. Well, is that the Shattered Throne icon, the first one?
Yeah, Shattered Throne.
It looks like a Dreaming City thing for some reason to me. Oh, it's into Dreaming City. Fuck me in the ass.
Yeah.
All right. And then the Hive one. I can't remember. Pit of Heresy. And then... what the fuck is that one? It's like a planet? Or something? A moon? Because surely the next one's Prophecy, right? Not this one.
Yeah, the one on the first one on the second row is Prophecy.
So
Yeah.
what's the third one on the top row?
That might be Grasp. I actually think Grasp is the next one after Prophecy, though. I don't know what these symbols are. I don't know
the next one after Prophecy is Duality.
And then Spire, and then...
yeah, Prophecy, Duality, Spire, Ghost of the Deep, and then Warlords. So this must...
that's got to be Grasp.
That's got to be Grasp. That's a terrible icon. It doesn't indicate anything. Huh. And why is it there? Put them in order of release, idiots. God, that pisses me off. Anyway, so we got all them. I've earned 35 seals and titles.
Just 30 for me.
Oh, wow. What?
Because I didn't care about them for the longest time.
I know, but I still thought you were going to embarrass the shit out of me with that for some reason. All right, I'll take it. Okay, so personal playstyle. So we're just going to... This is Story, Strikes, Raids and Dungeons, Gambit, Crucible. And mine goes Story, 17%. Strikes, 13%. Raids and Dungeons, 39%. Gambit, 8%. And Crucible, 23%.
Mine just says Patrol, 97%. No, I'm kidding. It doesn't really matter, but most of my time is Raids and Dungeons, 36%, and Crucible, 24%. The rest is whatever.
My guess patrol time is considered story time, right? Because there's no way I spend 17% of almost 3,000 hours in story missions. But I could see it if they include patrols and public events in that category. Because that's just not reasonable. 8% in Gambit. You know, I don't play Gambit a lot, but I thought it was higher than 8%. Not gonna lie. Because
only 4%.
I played it a lot during the second iteration, Gambit Prime. I liked Gambit Prime. And they got rid of it and made me sad. Alright. PvP breakdown. 3,444 games. This is probably low. Crucible Final Blows. 28,276.
7,700 games. Just shy of 8,000 games and 55,000 Crucible Final Blows.
Alright. That's not that bad. I'm not terrible. Yeah. Top 7 exotic weapons. Okay, so we got Trinity Ghoul. 120,000 enemies killed. Sunshot, 12,000 enemies killed. Thunderlord, 9,000. Osteostrigus, 7,000. Galahorn, 4,900. Wishender, 4,500. Witherhorde, 4,200.
Mine doesn't list weapons. Mine lists armor.
I have armor after that. You didn't get weapons?
Mm-mm.
Huh. Alright. Well, I guess we'll just go on to the armor. Top 7 exotic armors for me. Wormhusk Crown, Celestial Nighthawk, the 6th Coyote, Stompies, Ashen Wake, Shards of Galanor, and Assassin's Cowl.
Ashen Wake, huh? Interesting.
Shut the fuck up.
Wonder why that's there.
Shut the fuck up.
Mm-hmm.
Yours is probably there too, isn't it?
I play a Titan, of course. Of course it would be there.
So do I.
Wouldn't it be there?
I play Titan too.
Uh-huh. Only when you're not sitting at your... Never mind. Anyway. Mine is all Titan stuff. Except for Orpheus Rigs. Insurmountable Skullfort, Curse of the Falling Star, Heart of Inmost Light, Armamentarium, Syntheseps, Ashen Wake.
Yeah, that's fair. That's ironic that I don't have Orpheus on here. I feel like I've been using that for a while, too. And I haven't used Wormhouse Crown in like 4 years. Like, I used to use it a lot, but there's so much better stuff now. I use 6th Coyote a lot for my solo flawless stuff. Back in the day. That's why that's on there. Anyway, doesn't matter. Let's move on. So, my best fire team forever, ironically, we were talking about this earlier, in PvP, it's Guardian, which I don't know who that is, Froggy, which is the old Souls admin, and DGR Dash, who the fuck that is. No idea. But apparently I played a lot of PvP with them. That's crazy to me. I don't even know who they are. I must have just... I don't know. I don't get together in fire teams very often, I guess, for Crucible, so... Maybe it's just somebody that I played played with over the weekend, and that put them at the top of my PvP list.
Maybe. My PvP list makes sense. The first two people on it are Lethal and Eclipse, which are the folks that were my trials team for the longest time, and then Prodigy, who mostly plays PvP, and that's mostly if I play with them. That's mostly what we're doing.
Oh, that's fair. And then PvE I had again, which was Guardian again, which I can only assume is the same PvP Guardian. Love Train from Souls, and Bob the 20th. So I saw Bob in here earlier, if he's still here. Shout out to Bob. And it makes sense that Love Train and Bob are similar because we were on a raid team for a long time. We did it weekly. But I'm really surprised that Guardian got above. Like, I'm surprised it wasn't three people from that team. Like Fallacy or something. Oh yeah, I guess it could be Fallacy.
Somebody who's changed their name since then.
Fallacy or Cookie. Who else was on that team? There was someone else. There was somebody else. And I feel bad for forgetting them. I'll probably be like, oh yeah, derp.
I've got Vix and Lethal and Sor and Markov as my PvE homies. Even though I don't play with any of them anymore. Hardly at all.
That's crazy. Does Soren still play Destiny?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I was just curious. I had no idea. Alright, that's all I had on mine. Did you have anything else?
Nope, that's it.
Alright, we'll close that down. So it's a fun little thing. Like, I don't mind seeing those. From time to time. It was neat. Neat. So we should make our way to This Week in Destiny. There's actually not a lot of stuff on here, but a couple things we want to go over. Mainly the Final Shape Artifact preview. We'll talk about that. The name for the new the dungeon or the raid. We'll talk about the Destiny 2 maintenance timeline, and the Dungeons and Dragons collaboration. Let's talk about that first. Okay, so if you didn't know about it, on June 4th, alongside the launch of the Final Shape, there is a collab with Dungeons and Dragons. So you've got, from what I can see here, is actually I don't understand. I don't know a lot about Dungeons and Dragons, but I do know the Mind Flayer is the Warlock, right?
Mm-hmm. It's a Mind Flayer.
Yeah.
The Hunter is a Displacer Beast, and the Titan is a Gold Dragon.
Yeah. Okay. See, I don't know what the Gold Dragon and the Displacer Beast are. I see the Owl Bearer as a Sparrow. Mm-hmm. I assume that's a dragon as a ship, and there was there's like the
Beholder.
The Medusa.
As a ghost. That's
is that Beholder? It looks like Medusa.
Yeah. That's a Beholder.
Same thing. Okay. That's what I was just called. And there looked like there was an emote where you can do a 20 die roll. So that was pretty cool.
Roll a die and it'll come up with a random number. Yep.
Yeah. We should have a tournament of dice rulers.
I think all these sets, with the exception of maybe the Hunter, are absolutely hideous and terrible.
I'm not buying these at all.
And I'm saying that as somebody with every Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition book on a bookshelf behind me right now. They're bad. These are some of the worst collab skins I have ever seen. Just absolutely terrible. The worst.
You know why? Because they tried to stay too true to the terrible Destiny art style. That's why. How do you make a golden dragon in Destiny 2 armor? You can't. Because that's what it looks like. It just looks like a Star Eater scale all over the body. And that's like the ugliest exotic in the game.
Here's all I know. Ship, bad. Titan armor, bad. Warlock armor, bad. Hunter armor, I'm still leaning towards bad, even though that might be the only one that's worthwhile. Sparrow, mega bad. Ghost, mega, mega, mega bad. All just terrible.
You don't like the owlbear sparrow?
Do not spend your money on this bullshit. The only thing that's cool out of this collaboration is going to be the emote. If they sell that independently
Separately?
of everything else,
Yeah.
great. If it's bundled with the ship and the sparrow and whatever, nah, I'm gonna pass, dog. Not for me.
Maybe we'll get lucky and they'll give some of it away like they did the Mass Effect stuff.
Anyway, I will not be spending any of my money on this stuff except for the emote.
Yeah, I might get the emote if you can get it separately. Same kind of concept, but that would be the only way. I'm not interested in buying any of this stuff, which, don't get me wrong, if you're interested, you think it looks cool, anyone listening, then absolutely. Enjoy, have fun, buy some stuff. But none of this strikes me as any better than any of the stuff I already have. Like, I actually really like the parade armor, ironically, that we just got from Onslaught. And I also like my Mass Effect armor, and I also like my Horizon Zero Dawn armor. So I'm pretty good with my Hunter armor for now. Objectively, if I was going to get anything on here, I would get the Mind Flayer stuff for the Warlock, but I don't play my Warlock enough to spend money on cosmetics for it, so I'm not going to. So it looks like you can actually buy a ghost on a stand too. That's the same.
Yes, you can, and it's also terrible.
I love that you hate it. It makes me happy. I don't know why. That's
As a D&D player, I am offended.
I want to learn how to play D&D. You need to help me.
I need to help you learn how to play D&D.
Yeah. Like,
I mean,
do you do
ever
online
play-
games or do you do them in real life?
I've done both. I still do both. Did you ever play a game with other kids when you were a child where you pretended to be something and they pretended to be something else?
Yeah, but if I ever watch stuff like
That's D&D, man.
the Critical Role shit or whatever, I see it on TikTok or
All right.
whatnot. Like, they're all
All right.
making like this. Like,
Listen.
I'm using this ability with this thing, and they know what it means and what they have to roll, and they're multiplying 87 different numbers together, and I'm like, I don't understand how any of that know this. And I would just, hold on. And I went to, like, this card shop. I call it a card shop, but it had a bunch of miniatures you could buy, the paints and stuff for it. But it also had a D&D wall, and there was a book there that was this thick, I kid you not, and it said Starting Guide to Learning How to Play Dungeons & Dragons. So I was like, okay, have a good day. Goodbye.
Dungeons and Dragons is not complicated to learn how to play, first off. It looks intimidating, but it's not. There are RPGs out there that are significantly more complex to learn. There are some out there that are significantly less complex to learn. I don't think it's complex at all. But watching Critical Role or shows like it does not, let me repeat, does not give you a good idea of what Dungeons and Dragons is all about. It gives you a warped idea of what Dungeons and Dragons should be like. There's a phenomenon that comes from that particular show called the Mercer effect, because Matt Mercer is the one who runs those games.
Yeah.
Where people try to hold up their home games to the same standard as Critical Role, which is a show that has funding to produce it and is played by a bunch of voice actors. Every single one of those people is an actor for a living. All right, and so when people watch that stuff and they set their expectations of what D&D is about, they go and play a home game, which is mostly people sitting around drinking beer, making weird smells, and telling dirty jokes. That is what for 4 hours. That's what a D&D experience actually is. So
Yeah, that sounds good. I want to try it. Anyway.
It is hanging out with the homies and telling off-color jokes. That is what it mostly is.
All right, let's get back to the TWID then, I guess. If you guys want to buy this shit, go ahead, have fun. It's going to be in the Eververse store, the launch of Final Shape, so whatever that is. What is it, June 4th? Yeah, June 4th. Okay, next is they give us a final shape artifact preview. I say just go through each of the things.
Listen, the artifact is coming in mega hot. The artifact is going to be so good. I feel like they're going to shut down like 3/4 of it for day one raid. They're going to be like, none of this stuff's available until after the raid is done. For all you bounty farmers, sorry, you can't use all this cool shit. Very good, very very good. So, and it's very good for swords. Get ready for the sword meta to be back for at least the first episode, anyway.
Let's go, baby. Okay, so column 1, anti-barrier pulse, unstoppable sidearm, boo, unstoppable scout rifle, overload hand cannon, anti-barrier submachine gun. Ooh. Okay, I take it. All right, next, logic reducer. Weapons with the Radiolaria Transposer origin perk. Must be the new origin perk. Increased damage to Vex. Makes sense. Extends the duration of the Radiolaria pools created by Radiolaria Transposer. Okay,
are you gonna read all of these?
I think
There's
so.
a lot of
right?
them.
Yeah, there's only
them.
5 and 5. That's 20. We've already went through 5. 6 out of 20, 25. It's not bad. It's fine. It's fine.
All right.
But
I'm gonna settle in for a little nap while you read all this shit. Let me know when you're done.
Hold on. That indicates that the new origin perk creates the. Why isn't it Radiolarian? Like, isn't that what they always called it before? Whatever. Anyway.
How's that pronounced again?
Radiolarian. But
Radiolaria.
Yeah, this is Radiolaria. Haven't they said it in? They've definitely said Radiolarian in Destiny before. I'm not crazy. Maybe they haven't. Maybe Osiris just has a terrible accent.
Maybe Radiolarian is the plural of Radiolaria.
Whatever. Anyway, so our origin perk is going to create Radiolaria pools.
Seems so.
Cool. All right, overcharged armory. So if you have looks like a bunch of origin traits, you get the overcharged weapons. Authorized mod, elemental charge, energy cost, elemental charge mods are yeah, okay, that's pretty normal. Saint's inspiration. So rounds loaded by the cast no shadows origin perk can overflow them. Okay, so that's a new origin perk as well. So we must have multiple new origin perks coming. Maybe episode origin perks and final shape origin perks, potentially.
Probably.
So, rounds loaded by Cast No Shadows origin perk can overflow the magazine. Shit. So basically anything with Cast No Shadows, if you have that turned on for whatever, if that's the episode 1 weapons, can all be overflowed. That's cool. Alright, winning hand, while using weapons with dealer choice origin trait, combatant precision final blows or rapidly defeating combatants cause the target to explode, dealing solar damage. Okay, so what? Free incandescent?
Dragonfly.
Or dragonfly? Wait. Not firefly?
Same thing.
Having several equipped weapons with dealer's choice origin trait increases the effect of the explosion. What? Alright. Wait, dealer's choice. Is that another one?
Mm-hmm.
Jesus, what are all these? Yeah, so we have dealer's choice.
It's only an origin trait from the patrol zone.
Well, hold on. We got dealer's choice, Radiolaria Transposer, is collective purpose. That's new too. Probably sundering origin. Or no. Oh no, sundering. Sundering.
They'll definitely be one from the raid. There'll be
and
one
cast
from
no shadows. That's so many though.
Patrol zone. There'll be at least one from the season.
That's so okay. All right, a bunch of new origin trades. That's nuts. All right, let's move on. Elemental siphon. So that's rapid blows with your kinetic or a weapon matching your equipped super creates an elemental pickup that matches your equipped super. Nice. That's a prismatic thing. I love it. Overload sword. I think that's pretty straightforward. Creeping chill, stasis weapon, final blows against slowed or frozen targets, release a burst that slows. Cool. Prestige advantage, breaking a combatant shield, grants increased weapon stability and handling, and reload speeds. Swords gain increased guard resistance. That's pretty neat, right? If that counts on PvP, like breaking the shield on PvP.
It probably will.
A nice little perk. Threaded Blast. Destroying a tangle with strand weapon creates a larger and more damaging explosion. Counter energy. When you or a member or your fire team stuns a champion, you gain energy for... Okay, at least charged ability. Easy. Blade stamina. Rapidly feeding combatants with swords. Refund some ammo. Oh, old school... it wasn't the same.
Strikes?
Yeah. A different version of Relentless Strikes. Wait. It's Falling Guillotine. No, I'm just kidding. That's why that shit used to be so strong, because you could just hit the boss for 37 minutes before you ran out of ammo. Well, that and Whirlwind Blade after 5 seconds or 5 hits was fucking strong as shit too. Anyway, scratch me. Let's keep going. Void hegemony. Alright, fuck it. While you have Void or Prismatic subclass equipped, defeating weakened targets provides a small Void overshield. Nice. Radiant Orbs, when you have Solar or Prismatic equipped, picking up orbs makes you radiant. Cool. Galvanic Armor. When you have Arc or Prismatic subclass equipped, incoming damage from combatants is reduced while amplified. So if you just put Prismatic on, you get all this shit.
No.
What do you mean? Prismatic?
It'll be based off your...
Prismatic.
Oh, yeah.
It says Void or Prismatic, Solar or Prismatic, or Arc or Prismatic. So in theory, you can have all that stuff on. Jesus. So Radiant for damage, Void and Galvanic for survivability. I love it. Incoming damage from combatants is reduced while amplified. Huh. Can you get amplified in Prismatic? Probably, right? Yeah, maybe. We'll see. Who knows? I don't know exactly how it's going to work. I can't wait to get into it, though. All right, last row. Sorry if you got bored and needed to take a nap. Prismatic Transfer. When you cast your super, each member of your fire team with a different super type, different than yours, gains bonus to weapon damage. I wonder if it can stack. So everybody... Oh, that'd be cool. You know, you're in a damage check in a raid. You align all your supers together so that, 3 people pop one at the beginning, gives everybody damage bonuses. And then halfway through damage, the other 3 pop it, and the damage keeps going.
Maybe.
I like it. And if they stack at least 3 times, then you get all that bonus. But it would be good not to pop all your supers at the same time. To stagger them so the damage buff lasts longer. It might also not be worth it. It's probably like 1%. I'm just kidding. Argent Blade. While you have armor charge, dealing damage with sword consumes an armor charge and empowers your sword for a short time, granting a bonus damage and energy charge rate. That's cool. I always got those charges building up, so wouldn't mind using them. Expanding Abyss. Void sources deal increased damage to weakened targets. Okay. Shield Crush. When you have Woven Mail, Frost Armor, or Void Overshield, your melee recharges faster and deals increased damage. While you have Amplified or Radiant, your grenade charges faster and deals increased damage. What if you have Healing Grenade on?
What if you have a Healing Grenade on?
Does it deal increased heals?
I would doubt it.
But depending on how fast it goes, you're basically always radiant when you're playing solar. So that's going to be a huge increase to healing or damage in solar, at least. I don't know. Same with Void. You always have it. In Frost, you always have Woven Mail. Like, it's basically just free melees and grenades, depending on your class. That's cool. All right, last one. Transference. Gained increased grenade and melee damage while transcendent. Weapon final blows while Transcendent refund light and dark energy after Transcendent ends. I'm sure that's going to be good, but it's hard to tell until we get our hands on Transcendence. That's it. You got it. You said something earlier. Blades are going to be pretty strong. Yeah, that's pretty accurate. Yep. It's cool to see all these new origin trades. They'll be fun to get over it or to get into it. I wonder why there's one focus so much on Vex. Is there going to be a lot of Vex in this shit?
Vex is the new major enemy.
We know Vex is the episode 1 enemy. Right, you're right, actually. Yeah, okay. So it's not final shape stuff, but mind you, Ikora does get shot in the back by a Vex in the trailer for the final shape, and probably not episode 1. So there must be Vex in that shit too.
Mm-hmm. All right, Salvation's Edge.
Yes, Salvation's Edge is the name of the new raid. Bum, bum, bum. All right, June 7th, 10 a.m. is when it starts. We'll be streaming right here on Twitch, twitch.tv/Shrouded Gaming. And on top of this, we did mention it earlier, but for watching us, because we're in the Twitch Rivals competition, for watching us, you're going to be able to earn 2 different emblems if you watch for 2 hours. One being called Stand and Salvation emblem. Here, let's show them. Stand of Salvation emblem, which is this guy. Bang bonk. This is the one that you get for watching any Twitch Rivals streamer during the world first raid. The next one is watching any Destiny 2 streamer during the raid, but watch us because we're awesome. And this is a new one, which gives me a huge fucking excitement. But if you subscribe between June 7th and June 9th to a Destiny streamer, you get another emblem, which is called Rest the Heart emblem. So, this is going to be a big one for me, because it's going to help us hit that tier 2 partnership plus. And I'm going to hit the shit out of Discord. Like, that's going to be me posting in every fucking chat, letting people know, come get their amazing emblem. But you have to subscribe. Anyway, it's funny, I didn't even read this, and Love Train messaged me, and he was like, I forget exactly what he said, but it was something. Here, let me look. And I was like, wait, what? He just wrote, so if I sub to you and watch you on Friday, I should get all the emblems, right? And I hadn't read this yet, so I was like, well, you don't technically need to sub to get the emblem. Just watch. And he's like, I thought subbing a Twitch rival gave you one. Oh, wait, found it. Sub to your favorite D2 streamer. Yeah, you're getting my money, bozo. And then I said tier 3 tanks. But send me where it says that. And then he sent me the link to this. And I was like, oh my god, what the fuck? What the fuck? Anyway, it was really cool. So I appreciate it. I would have read it eventually anyways, but anyway, I chuckled. So I'm just going to keep this up on the screen for a minute because these are important too. Cute little things. There's a ghost chat badge you can get in. So if you don't know what that is, you have a badge beside your names most of the time. You can choose which one you're displaying, whether it be a VIP, a sub badge, a partner badge, or if any of that stuff. How do you get the blue one? You just got to watch this channel during the raid. So watch 15 minutes. This one's easy. Watch 15 minutes of the final ship raid on Twitch Rivals. So this is Twitch Rivals. So you get it for watching us for 15 minutes. It's a simple ghost. This one, you have to stream Destiny for 30 minutes to get. So some of you won't be able to get that. But in theory, streaming Destiny is not that difficult. But if you want this one, it's a little bit more than this guy. Little edges here. And this one's just going to be a new emote that everybody gets if... I don't know. Actually, it says active between. So I don't know if this emote is only going to be active between these dates. They must be. June 14th to June 7th to June 14th. So this is just going to be active to everybody for a week.
Yep.
Anyway, so there you go. Neat little things. Here's the display we're going to give away if we get to 200 partnership plus points before the end of the day. Pretty cool, right? All right, goodbye. We're close. We're at 193. Just go convince 2 people in Discord to tier 3 sub to the channel right now. Okay, we're going to move on. I'll cut that out of the podcast. I'm just kidding, I won't. Aha! Alright, but for real, I think that display is pretty nice art. Good job. Somebody else, what was the name of the guy that made it? Gabriel Flauzino. Flauzino? Yeah. A Brazilian artist. Go check him out. If you liked it. Or check him out anyway. He's cool. Alright, so there was the Pantheon Creator Challenge. I guess Swesticle's team won. I don't care at all. I never watched any of it. If you do, there you go. That's okay. I'm glad Swesticle won because I did not need to see any more dogs getting thrown across a room by Clyde on Twitter. Jesus Christ. People really went for that guy.
Listen, a third of the field of people that were in these teams have some like really sketchy bullshit in their past. So
okay. Well, I just thought it was great when they initially announced it. Like that's all the thread was just video after video after video of Clyde biffing the dog off his arm, and just like, oh, I see you promote animal cruelty, blah 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 blah, blah. And it was pretty aggressive. But clearly people have forgiven him for that. Like, he's probably one of the top Destiny streamers in the community, right?
Also, he loves that dog.
I don't know. I don't know much about it.
If you watch him at all, you would know he loves that dog.
So, they're taking a 1 week moment type thing, maybe. I don't really know. I'm not going to get into it. But I saw it was over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. And I'm like, sure, Bungie did their research. He was the top fundraiser for Game to Give. Like, he must have a big community following, high Twitch number. Like, people must have. People probably watch them and realize exactly what you just said. That a weak moment that was caught on camera. Maybe doesn't explain it or make it acceptable, but I've heard it was a long time ago, like 3 or 4 years ago or something. There's a lot of apologies that come out since and stuff. Anyway, like I said, I don't know much about it. I never followed him. I don't watch him. I saw his TikTok once and thought he was kind of a dick. So I was like, I don't think I like this content. But so that was like really the majority I ever seen him until I saw his name at the top of the Game to Give donation list, and I was like, oh, people really like that guy. And then I saw him picked for this, and then I just saw him throwing his dog. So like 150,000 times. Like, I'm not, no joke. That's all the thread was for this this event. Every week they'd mentioned it.
Listen, the Destiny community, especially on Twitter, is not happy unless there is some kind of drama going on in the current moment. And if there isn't, somebody will either make some shit up or make some shit happen. That's just how it goes. So
either way, it sucks. Anyway, Swesticle won, so I don't have to see any more dog gifts, is my point. So, awesome stuff. And then they get a sword.
Well, they get one sword that goes to the team captain.
Well, Swesticle's going to get a sword then. Congratulations, Swesticle, for your fucking sword. Also, I hate your thumbnails and they piss me off, and it's why I never watch any of your videos, ever. Literally. I just wanted to point that out.
There's some useful feedback in that criticism.
What do you hate
about
because he always, every single one of his thumbnails is just him doing this. Every one of them.
That is the sign of a man who's truly enjoying his time with Destiny. That's just his happy expression. We should use the image we're using for this episode's thumbnail on every one of them from now on, just to see how it goes.
I don't know why I hate it so much, but I hate it. Every time I see a thumbnail his, I'm like, I'm not clicking that video because your thumbnail's fucking stupid. And I refuse to watch them. for that reason and that reason alone. Do not use that screenshot as a thumbnail ever. I will cry myself to sleep.
Greener's got weirdly strong reactions to Sweatsicle's resting bitch face. Got it.
Sorry, I can't help it. I don't know. Look here. YouTube. Sorry, audio listeners, for just 1 second. We're going to bring up Sweatsicle's YouTube video. Or YouTube channel. Watch him have changed all his shit. Yeah, this shit. This one, this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, and not so much that one. That one's not bad. I don't mind that. Less of a. This one, this one. I just hate it. I don't know why I hate it so much. This one, this one, this one, this one. Ah, there's a new one. See, creativity. See, I'd watch that. Something a little bit. This one, this one, this one, this one, this one. I don't. It's just. I don't, he used to. I can't handle it. I don't know why.
All right.
I don't know why it bothers me. Why does it bother me so much?
I don't know. Because you're weird.
I'm weird. Yeah, maybe I'm just weird. I don't know. I want a good thumbnail if I'm going to click a video. Looks like you are promoting him. Oh, that's fine. He's a popular. He doesn't need my promotion. Jesus. Some of those videos had millions of views on them. I got fucking super excited because last week's podcast got 400, and people listened for an average of 2 minutes on a 2.5-hour video.
Maybe we should start making 2-minute podcasts.
TikTok content. That's what that is. To be popular on TikTok, you need to put out like 5, 6, 7 videos a day. And then it pushes you into the algorithm.
Well, start dancing, sir.
And so we could do a 30-minute podcast, but then just cut it up in 5-minute segments, and you'd have to do that once a day.
That's too much work.
Then you could release 6 videos.
I'm too lazy to be a social media star.
Yeah, yeah, that's the reason none of us are social.
All right, so Fireteam Finder voice chat update.
Yeah, I never read that. I never read that because I didn't care. What's it say?
You're gonna have voice when you're in the waiting lobby for your fire team.
Oh, great! Call of Duty, let's go, baby! I can't wait to hear a bunch of racist shit. I'm so excited.
I'm sure that it's just gonna be like a Call of Duty lobby. You're gonna get in there, and the guy who started it, and who you joined his lobby, he's gonna just immediately start calling you racial slurs, questioning your sexuality, and telling you about the sex he had with your mom.
Yep, that's exactly what's going to happen. But at the same time, he's going to ask you why you have shitty guns in your inventory.
All right.
Or why your resilience is only 72. Or why are you garbage?
On that happy note, cosplay Cosmodrome, smile.
I never read that either because I also don't care about cosplay. But
okay, well, it's a couple of people doing a cosplay.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, that looked okay.
Looks pretty good.
Except for where's that big tower that's supposed to be behind them?
Yeah, they're just gonna go manufacture the set.
No, but surely they could have done it in front of like the Leaning Tower of Pisa or some shit, right? They look like they're in Italy.
All right, Greener. Sorry, guys. Those amazing costumes you have, not enough effort. Try again.
The Cade one looks really good. I hate Crow, so I don't care. How about that costume? It looks good, though, I guess. Yeah, fuck that guy. The Cade one looks really good. Holy shit. Whatever. Okay, last thing I want to go over, I guess, really is the preload size. Jesus Christ. I guess that's not the last thing, because I want to go over the timeline. But okay, so some people are having a stroke because they think these are the actual download sizes, but the download sizes are still huge. So the Steam download size is 155.5 gigabytes, which has got to be, if not the largest game, but the largest game I have ever. The problem is with Steam is it doesn't delete your shit before it downloads the other thing. So if you want to preload it without deleting, you should just delete Destiny 2 before you preload the final shape. unless you have plenty of space on your hard drive. Not a lot of people do. But the preload, if you have it installed...
You're going to have 2 copies of the game, basically.
If you have it installed and you preload, you need 300 gigabytes available on your hard drive. And the only thing that's comparable to that, ironically, well, it's the other PC, the Epic Game Store one, 279. And then the biggest download file out of everything is the Xbox Series X download file, which is 165 gigabytes. That shit is so big. Or so big. So everything else is, well, it's not reasonable to be honest, but, you know, we've been complaining about the Destiny content vault, and now we're complaining about the size of the content. So it's like, make up your mind, right? So PlayStation 5 is going to be 143 gigs, PlayStation 4 110, Xbox One 139. When are we getting rid of the old generation consoles? Destiny 3. Yeah, all right. Yep. Xbox Series X 165, Steam 155, Epic Games Store 144, and the Microsoft Store is 156. So still big. It's going to take me 3 days to download. Don't you live in California? Don't they have good internet there? This is going to take me like 20 minutes to download. I'm not worried about how long it's going to take me to download, but when do we get to start? Does it say here when we get to start preloading? Not where you live? That's crazy. Sorry, man. Preload. Oh, there's dates here. And
3rd at 10 a.m.
Okay, so you're gonna have you have 24 hours to download it before it goes live.
Yeah, you can start your preload as soon as servers go down.
Yeah,
on Monday.
I'm just gonna delete my game and then reinstall it. I don't have 300 gigabytes on my SSD. I don't. I have all the games I like to play on my SSD. So
maybe you need a bigger SSD.
I probably do, but all I have is a 1 terabyte SSD, which a couple years ago when I bought it was super fucking expensive. So I didn't get another one or a bigger one. Anyway, it's fine. It's fine. Maybe there's something I don't play often that I can delete. But it doesn't particularly matter to me. Like, we have to download the same size file basically right now. Because if I look at my Steam file at the moment, let's see how big it is. So Destiny 2 manage properties maybe updates. Installed files. Here we go. Okay. Well, not quite. It's only 114 gigabytes at the moment. And it's going to go up to 155. Either way. I'm just going to delete that and let it re-download the whole thing. So I don't have to delete other stuff. I won't be able to even play it on my PlayStation. My PlayStation only has that much. That's like the whole hard drive. I'm just kidding, it's not, but I've only got the 800 gigabytes in my PlayStation hard drive. I'm not going to have space for it. And no sir, no sir, no sir. Alright, so I guess the maintenance timeline is the last thing I want to go over, just to make it 100% clear for everybody if they're listening. The maintenance timeline is... wait, what the fuck? This is the maintenance timeline for the 29th. Fuck me. I thought it would have been the final shape maintenance timeline. Either way, shit goes down or reset on Monday. Okay? It doesn't come... So, like, 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern. Figure out the dates based on those. I don't know any others. Is when the game's going to go down on Monday. We are coinciding our Player of the Week stream on Monday to avoid the release of the final shape. Obviously, people are going to be playing. They don't give a shit about boring old AGreener and his Players of the Week. So we're going to do that. I don't know when we're going to do the podcast. When do you think we'll do the podcast next week?
I mean, I think streaming the day one attempt is going to be the podcast for that week, honestly. By the time people get in for podcast time, it's just going to be me and you and some other people yelling at each other. So, you know. They're going to tune in, and the first thing they're going to hear is, "Fucking idiot!" Mm-hmm.
Now. Everyone on our team should be chill. I'm worried for our ability to play together, though.
I mean, supposedly we're gonna try to do something this weekend. Maybe on
supposedly,
Sunday.
But we still haven't.
Maybe you should organize that.
Nah, I'm too lazy, man. I don't even want to play Destiny. I'm just kidding. What is this game? It's garbage.
Perfect, great.
What? Do you expect to get a day one clear? Because I don't.
My raid team, ladies and gentlemen. I don't even want to play Destiny. Smile.
I've only got one day one clear, and it was wrong. The easiest day one of history. So, time for. That's it. That's all I got for you. Good luck. Best raid team ever. Yeah. All right. So I had this maintenance thing popped up because I thought it was June 3rd maintenance, but it's the one we just went through on Thursday. What was that maintenance for? I wouldn't know.
Who knows?
Because they decided not to do maintenance on Tuesday, and I was like, nice. And then they did it on Wednesday, like a bunch of degenerates. Anyway. It's whatever. The final shape. I'm excited. Only a couple more days. Couple more days, chat. Alright, so a reminder, we'll be doing a final shape giveaway on this video on YouTube. So make sure if you're watching live on Twitch right now, to double check the YouTube channels as well. Make sure to subscribe to the channel and like the video for your chance to win. And this is an actual key for the final shape. I have a key for the final shape on any platform. It's not a gift card, so if you already have the final shape, don't bother entering. Unless you want to give it to a friend. And that's fine. I don't care what you do with it after you get it. I mean, I don't have anything else to talk about.
All right. The only last thing I have to mention is that we will be having a day one completion server role. It's going to be edgelord, and you can earn that by getting a clear during contest mode with a fire team that is completely made up of SGC clan members. Alternatively, if you get your completion with your sweaty team from the Lowman server or whatever, and then come and help many people get a day one clear of the raid afterwards, you may also be eligible for it, even if those follow-up teams are not 100% SGC. On a case-by-case basis, to be evaluated by SGC leadership. And those leaders being the people that I ask about it when the time comes, if anybody asks for it. So.
All right, cool. So, day one raid roll, edgelord. It's going to be great. Other than that, yeah. If you made it all the way to the end of the podcast, which based on our average video time, you have not, but if you're here for some reason and you're not part of the Shrouded gaming community, we're a large Destiny community, and we'd love to have you if you play Destiny. If you don't play Destiny, you might feel out of place, but we do play other games from time to time. You can check us out at shroudedgaming.com/discord. That should bring you right into our Discord, so check that out. Also, if you can't catch this podcast live on Twitch on Friday nights at 7 o'clock Eastern, you can catch the live, or you can catch the the extended version recording, which has a pre and post show most times on patreon.com/shroudedgaming. So go check that out as well. If you don't care about any of that stuff, then just watch us here on YouTube. Make sure to like and subscribe. Comment below if you want. Don't make fun of me though, I'll cry. That's all I've got for us today. And thank you for coming out and watching This Week at Shrouded, episode 64. I know, 64 episodes. How amazing. Thanks all for all your support. We really appreciate it. I was your host, AGreener. This is Mr. Rug. Thank you and have a good night.
Bye! Penis.